Happy morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Happy morning to all. Thank you, sir. Yes, SVB, sir. Hi, Balsandramji. We're in our second day. Welcome, everybody, for our Kailash 40-day meditation program. We had a good program in the evening, West morning too, yesterday. It's called Olympus. We learned the technique of breath mindfulness meditation yesterday. The idea of the breath mindfulness meditation, as we understood, is to empty our mind and merge into that greater emptiness that we are. We're withdrawing attention off the matter. We are a little bit of mass, full of emptiness and energy. And so we withdraw attention off the mass of the matter by emptying, by removing all the thought. And so we become empty. Now, this process of reducing the thought happens by slowing down the brain waves. So there are various frequency of brain waves, of the thought waves, from a high beta. Beta is one frequency, alpha, theta, delta. So there are various frequencies of brain waves, and each one corresponds to a certain state. The normal wakeful state of beta, where we all are generally in, when we meditate, so the wakeful state is very active. If we are stressful, then we are into even more higher frequency. Relaxing, active listening is a normal good state, which is called the low beta state, which is perhaps the right now. But when we meditate, our brain waves are slowing down. They go down all the way. Because they slow down, then they have altered states of one going from a deep relaxation state to an insightful creative state to a healing state. So all the slowing down is happening in our brain as we're observing the breath. As we're observing the breath, and we are slowing down, the automatically not giving energy to the thought, so the thoughts are coming down. Now we will use every opportunity to that helps us to bring our thought down faster. And one such thing is a process called heart elevation, elevating the heart into a heightened positive emotion. For example, when we express gratitude, if you're sincerely expressing gratitude, saying thank you for this, thank you for that, and recollect where you truly felt grateful for something that has happened in your life, then automatically we bring up an emotion. So when you have these heightened emotions in our heart of a gratitude or of compassion, of taking care of somebody, and then you truly feel that person that you're taking care at home or in hospital, you truly feel for them, then that care, that thing comes out. The kindness, any emotion that makes us one with somebody else or something else is the definition of heightened emotion. That makes us one with a person, place, thing. You loved a place when you visited Himalayas, you loved it so much that it actually gave you so much of positive, beautiful feeling of becoming one with it. So you go back, and then when we relive that moment, we feel so good. You've gone to airport to receive somebody very close to you after a year you're meeting them. How does that feel? We have so much love for them. So these are all positive heightened emotions. When we have them in our heart, now heart goes into a coherent rhythmic state. They've observed all of this. Now that so far is fine. Heart goes into a coherent rhythmic state where our heart starts beating in a very, very balanced manner, meaning that variance of heart rate is not very, very minor. It's pretty stable. The heart rate is stable. I'm not talking about a fixed rate. The fixed rate at which it beats is depending on the individual personality. Sports persons lower, some people normal at 72, very many people who have been highly sports oriented lower, meditators lower. Anybody who is very, very relaxed, calm, it's lower. Anyone anxious is higher. You know that. And also there's variance. But however, when we have these heightened emotions, when we bring up love, compassion, gratitude, kindness, care, adventure, unity, oneness, bliss, any emotion that makes us become one with somebody else, that place, person, or thing, an animal. We love your pet so much. So every time you feel your pet and hug it, and you have that much love coming in, right? So that's such an heightened emotion. it is designed that way that when we are expressing an emotion which is making us close to one with other, then our heart becomes pretty natural. Beautiful, isn't it? The creation. It is telling us a message that we become one. You want great health to become one because that's what it's telling you. The heart is coherent and heart is beating normally, then there is a lot of things that are happening. So scientific research that is being done, they found out that this heart, when is coherent, when it's beating naturally, normally, then it is producing signal into the brain for the brain to also become coherent. Coherence is working in a normal, natural fashion, whatever is normal. So for a heart, normal should be beating at a specific level without going high and low. Brain coherence is where all areas of this neural networks should function. All areas of the neural network should function naturally. Not only some areas shut off, some areas working. For meditators, the brain is working coherently because we're activating all the neural networks over a period of time because the glue is getting built. A lot of that glue that is required is getting built. Now, in order to go into this meditation faster, when we become heart coherent, that means when we are in this elevated emotion, then automatically the brain is also becoming coherent. That means it is slowing down. If it is in a very heightened active state, then it is not operating in all areas. It is slowing down. So they discovered that when heart is getting coherent, the signal goes, and then the brain is also slowing down. So from a high beta state, you know that if you are very, very tensed, and then actually we sit down and then we start expressing gratitude or start feeling up at what happens, we cool down. What's happening? Because that emotion comes in and then automatically our brain slows down. Simple, right? Now the research is also there. So the one aspect of when heart becomes heightened in an emotionally heightened state, then our brain slows down. So which is a great thing for meditation, because our goal in meditation is also slow down the brain where all the thoughts slowly go down. When it's slowed down, the thoughts are coming down. When the brain is slowed down, the thoughts are coming down. Because various thoughts are in the high beta frequency. Some are in the low beta. Few are in the theta. Few are in the alpha, then theta, then delta. So our thoughts are in all frequencies, not a single frequency. They're all in all frequencies, a mixture of them. So slowing down means that those thoughts which require higher amplitude, they're not brought up. There's no energy. So automatically the lower ones only are felt. So it is a scientific research that is carried out by an institute called Heart Math Institute out of California, United States. And they're continuing to do a lot of research on this heart process, heart elevation. So, and of course, there are other benefits of heart elevation process. Heart, they discovered, has this 40,000 neurons, like brain has neurons. So they want to call it a mini heart brain. It was discovered in 1991. And so because of that, one of the functions that glands that are behind and be connected is the thymus gland is responsible for a lot of T cells, which is the core area, core functionality of immunity of the body, antibodies and T cells. And they are there getting produced primarily, mostly through this gland that is attached to this heart functioning. So there is some connection there. With the neural networks working great, if heart is in an incoherent state, the neural networks are getting disconnected from the rest of the system. And so some of these functions don't work. We'll understand when we understand the stress next week, how body and the stress are integrated. And then when meditation is lowering the stress, and hence our body functioning becomes normal. But because of when heart is incoherent, our immunity also becomes lesser. When a heart is coherent, it is also making brain coherent, and then a lot of things are coming together and working beautifully well. Normally, we can make out pretty, we don't need science for it, we can make out. When you're feeling good, laughing, smiling, loving, caring, always, we are in a very joyful mode, of cognitive function work, we are more balanced, right? So simple. So they found out that if we can do this, if there is a way we can bring up an emotion of our heart into a body, into a higher emotion, and then apply that as part of meditation, and then it is great. So I personally look to introduce this technique of heart elevation in our meditations, where we start off feeling an heightened emotion from our future, things that you dream about, or from your past. If you're dreaming about a future that you're we all dream of. Some of you are advanced meditators. So as part of manifestation, you got your visualization process going. So you're dreaming and then you feel good about as if that event is happening for you in your life. We all do the dreaming as if that's already there, that you put yourself in that picture, in a scene in the dream, and then feels all happening for you, like going in and then visiting some beautiful houses because you're trying to build a house for yourself. And so you are inside experiencing it. So feel great. Or you're going in and then being in the middle of a lot of in an orphanage, you're trying to help them. So you put yourself in the picture and then you're kind of extending your help and then they send you all the gratitude and you feel great. So any of your future that you're visualizing, so you can bring up that emotion. Feel as if that event is happening in your life. So feel it, right? So you can feel that emotion in your heart. Just dream. Simple. Or you can go back into your past and then bring up an emotion from your past of that loving, kindness, caring, adventurous, grateful, any of those moments from your past. It could be a wedding day. It could be the first kiss day. It could be that an excitement, where you're becoming one. Or it could be your adventure day, wherever you did the trekking to the 16 kilometers trek you did with your friends, and it just felt so great. Bring that memory, bring that moment back, and then fill up your heart. So we will, from today, we'll introduce this concept, and then a meditation. We start with a process of heart elevation. So I'll be guiding, right? The idea is to feel our heart. By the way, this heart has such a big role into this quantum field, going into the quantum field to manifest things. It has such a big role. We'll understand that later. But so the feeling heart, because the feelings are essentially drawing a lot of events into our life from that quantum field. So the feeling, so we feel our heart. It's called this heart elevation process, is to keep your hand on your chest area in the beginning of the meditation. And then we close our eyes, cross our feet as the process for anapanasati, a breath mindfulness meditation. Cross our feet at ankle, eyes closed, remove the specs, hands, fingers into fingers, resting them comfortably in your lap. That is the process for breath mindfulness. We did that yesterday. That continues every day. But prior to that, we'll keep our hand on chest area. One hand, two hand, whichever you're comfortable with. And then with our eyes closed, we take a slow, long, relaxing breath. Don't make any, it's not an exercise. It's a, you want to be relaxing. Relax as much as possible by taking these slow, long breaths, right? Because then when you do relaxing breath, then you potentially can feel your heart. You can feel it. If it is, again, when you're doing relaxing, you're slowing down yourself, right? So slow down, relax your, take a slow relaxed breath, and then feel your heart. And then I'm going to guide, but your the goal is to bring up an emotion of your future as if it's happening, or from your past, a vivid, clear emotion with which you feel that you feel great about it, right? So that event that's happened for you or is going to happen for you. So feel it. I'm going to fill up and then feel more of it, right? So a few minutes we're going to do that. And then the idea is the more you feel, then also I'm going to guide and say, hey, look at we're all deeply connected. So see if you can extend that emotion to everybody around you. Extend that emotion, everybody. What does extending mean? Just putting your awareness onto something. I say, can you radiate that energy beyond your body to everybody on the planet Earth? So on the planet Earth. Now, all you have to do is to become aware of a group of people or everybody or in general, this whole visualize this planet and then aware that, okay, everybody is filled with love. The moment you say everybody is filled with love, so because you know what love means to you, that energy, then automatically goes, because every thought is energy and every feeling is energy. It's all energy, electromagnetic signatures of feeling and thought. So the moment you become aware of that, allow yourself to radiate that energy beyond your body onto every corner of this planet Earth. This could be a guidance that I might give. I would say this. Can you feel that energy? Can you feel that emotion? Right. So what you would do is to visualize that, bring up that, recall that event from the past or the future, and then do it. So when we do this, dear friends, if you can feel these emotions, and it's some when you relive that event, it comes, and then when you feel it, then we are slowing down the brain. It greatly helps. And so after that process, I would say, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. The music continues, it transforms, switches into the different one, or otherwise, sometimes I do the same music continuation. But I say, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. That time, you switch your posture into fingers, rest your hands comfortably, and then observe your normal natural breath. So, dear friends, that's the process. Relax yourself. So, let's go into a meditation once again. That same breath mindfulness meditation that you've done yesterday, right? Those of you who joined first time, the meditation process that we are doing is anapanasati, observing our in breath. Anapanasati is observing our in breath and out breath. Breath mindfulness meditation. The idea of our meditation is to empty the mind. We have 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day, and most of them are redundant, are negative, unnecessary, unwanted, unsupportive of life. So our idea is to empty the mind, and when we empty the mind, that means we're emptying the thoughts of all of them, then we're emptying ourselves. Then there is another principle kicks in according to quantum physics. We are deep inside, we're totally empty. We are little mass, and then everything is empty. A mass is nothing but our attention on our life, our body, and events in the environment. So when we take off withdrawing attention of all the thought, emptying our mind, then automatically we experience emptiness, that greater emptiness. And according to quantum physics, we're empty, you are empty, everybody is empty, so we're all connected with an energy. And so we experience an energy and emptiness when we are emptying our mind. So our meditation process is to empty the mind, to reduce all unwanted thought, and then also to merge into this greater emptiness. I will continue to talk about this as we go along. If you join first time, it is okay, and we'll definitely have enough opportunities to learn about this concept more and more, right? We covered it a little detail yesterday, so you can go back and listen in to the recording available on Buddha CEO YouTube channel, right, from yesterday and the whole concept. But we'll certainly cover this as we go along. So the technique is simple, dear friends. Sitting in a chair or on the floor, eyes closed, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, cross your feet at ankle. You want to comfort your body, make it as comfortable. So when you make the body comfortable, it can stay still. When the body is still, it becomes easy to now work on the mind. And the way to empty the mind is to observe the breath. So with your eyes closed, no specs, and then you take any point in your nose, right? Tip or root or middle, and then observe breath is going in and coming out. Breath is going in and coming out. You observe your natural breath, no forceful inhalation. Don't do that. It's not required at all. We are doing natural Sukhamaya pranayama. So the eyes closed, observe breath is going in, coming out. All you have to do is to just very subtle observation. No concentration. No, don't try to make your eyes really deep and then try to don't do that. Just as you're going to sleep, how nicely, just relaxing, peacefully go to sleep. Like that, you close your eyes and then observe. Breath is going in and coming out. Could be one nostril, same nostril, it could be a different nostril. Doesn't matter. Left, right doesn't matter. Which nostril doesn't matter. All we do is to observe the breath is going in and coming out. And as you observe, slowly something beautiful happens. Our thoughts come down slowly, slowly. Now, while you're observing, there's a possibility you might lose attention off the breath and go back into thought. We get distracted almost 6 to 8 times per minute. So it's easy that we'll get distracted into the thought. But when you recognize that you're thinking, you bring your attention back to the breath again. That's it. Very simple meditation process. You close your eyes, observe as the breath is becoming lighter, shorter, and then thoughts are coming down. And as it becoming lighter, shorter, finally it might become to a point where it is non-existent. By then you would also become totally empty. You let go. Don't hold on. Don't feel that, oh, what happened to my breath? It's not there. Let me bring back again my breath. Don't do that. It's natural in meditation. We observe breath is going to become lighter and shorter. It's going to become lighter and shorter, and it is just absolutely fine. We're not doing any work at all. So metabolically, it requires least amount of energy to support the system, and so it is fine, right? So breath will become lighter, shorter. When it becomes so short, then let go and then don't bring your attention back to the full breath. So that's the time you're becoming totally on the other side, in total emptiness, right? If you're getting distracted, then automatically bring your attention back to the breath again. So relax yourself, sit comfortably, and do not open your eyes for the whole duration of the meditation. that we're going to go through. It's very important. Eyes closed is a must because 80% of our distractions are through stimuluses through the eyes. So when you close your eyes, it automatically helps to become empty. Even if you didn't have enough thing to put your attention on the breath, it is still okay to keep your eyes closed. Don't open them. Even if you're getting distracted, keep your eyes closed and just sit there because that's the initial practice, right? It is not anybody's expectation that you are going to be fully empty for the whole duration that you're going to meditate. Not at all, right? Everybody, in spite of meditating for dozens of years, they will still have on a given meditation day thoughts. So it is absolutely fine. So all we are doing is to making sure that when we are all we are doing is to making sure that when we are getting distracted, then bring our attention to the breath. It keeps happening. We go to the we get distracted to the thought, we bring back our attention to the breath. We keep oscillating between these two states, or the third state is where we're totally empty, which we don't know. All of these states are fine. So just don't be harsh to yourself as you're practicing with your friends, and then just relax with your eyes closed, sit comfortably. Today we've done about 40 minutes of meditation. Those of you first timers feel really great because of the first time doing that long. Even if you couldn't concentrate, it is okay because very, very natural. We all go through various experiences in meditation. So while you're relaxing in, and we'll definitely share again today, but let me talk about the experience of meditation. Yesterday, we went through a series of experiences that said all can be experienced by people. So in meditation, as we're emptying ourselves, as we are withdrawing our attention off the thought, which means we're withdrawing attention off our various life events. And so naturally we are experiencing what we are deep inside, we are that energy. So we are experiencing that energy in many, many ways. If any of the co-hosts have the experiences slide of meditation, please bring it up. Not going to put it up. So the experience of meditation, there are various forms that we can see. The first one that many are seeing are the lightness of the body. As I'm going to ask, just mention how many of you felt it, lightness in the body. You can mention there, yes. Of course, we're also going to share. Heaviness in body, where a part of the body, head, I don't know, any leg, any part is heavy. Any body movements, swinging and swaying and whirling, either sensation or actual doing itself, right? Anybody feeling pains or anyone having tingling sensations, sensations of a current or the energy passing. Some people do not feel these things exist. They feel they disappear, melted away. Some parts of the body also melted away, don't feel it. Only people feeling light where the body is lifting up, right? Body is lifting up. Our body is floating. You feel like you're floating, right? And then people seeing sensations here or any colors that they're seeing. Anybody may felt a tunnel experience where you feel like you're just going through fast through a tunnel, high speed. And some may see colors, visions, scenes, people, some feelings. These are all of them are meditation experiences that we may see. All right, thank you. So the picture is showing it's like a ride. It's an adventurous ride. We want it to be that way. You know, when you're taking an adventurous ride like that, all kinds of feelings, right? Because you're getting into an unknown. Now, this particular ride, if you do a few times, then perhaps it becomes predictable for you. But when we are going into this emptiness, which is that infinite energy field, and that is 99.9999%, and what we are, this matter is only 0.01%, and all our pursuit so far is only about the matter, which is so tiny. So we understand so little of this energy because that is everything. Can't make it, it's not predictable. essentially we don't know how we can experience some of this energy. As we become energy, what does it mean? Or the other way to say, if you are practicing any religion, or if you have an understanding of a supernatural entity, whatever that definition to you mean, can you imagine, can you predict, make that person or that entity predictable to behave in a certain way? That intelligence that is out there, which is that energy field, which is very orderly, coherently managing the universe or managing our tiny, this little body, which is itself is a miracle, is experiencing that experience of energy that happens to us in many, many ways. So we someday one way, another day one way. But it is an enjoyable ride. And it is making us reveal a bit of it every time we meditate. We might experience something, we may not experience something. But various experience of lightness or heaviness, movements of the body, common. Head drooping down, body going forward like this, or going back like this, and going up like this. If anybody felt, your body is just raising up physically, right? Spinning heads. My brother, younger brother, doctor, when he used to meditate, his head used to spin like, crazy. We used to think his head is going to come up. It is that fast, he used to spin. But again, difference in meditation, whatever happens, everything is pretty safe, because all you're doing is observing the breath. You're not doing anything else. So we just simply observe the breath, not doing anything else. So it is a safe process of where we are experiencing energy in various forms. And what you have to do is to sit through them and then be a witness. Observe without interpretation. Do not put our analytical mind to when we get an experience. Let's say you suddenly feel like lots of anger. First thing that comes to mind is, why is this coming? What happened? Did I do something with somebody? And then we try to go back into the past. It's called living of the record of the past. One of the things that we're going to learn through the next 6 weeks of meditation process is to learn to break, to go back and then keep analyzing with the record of the past of what we experienced and put a meaning to it. We want to be as open as possible with an experience that having, not only in meditation, but even in wakeful life. So becoming zero. When you meet a person, first thing that comes to mind, how did I behave, or how did he behave or she behave last time we met? What happened? Was there a good interaction, bad interaction? So we have the judgments. So we want to drop all of that. It's called analytical mind, going back into the past and then bringing up and then trying to relate to the present moment. And then as a result, you make something out of it, you judge, and then we start filtering information. Because when you're interacting, we start filtering. We start thinking, oh, he's come back again. So there must be a request from him or for her to me. We start filtering, and then we don't give for a full 100%. So we want to be becoming zero and then drop the analytical mind. Now the meditation process will support it, by the way. Slowly, the meditation process will support in lowering our analytical mind, volume of thought from the analytical mind. It wants to always analyze, and we want to minimize the analysis in normal time. Analysis only when it's required, not otherwise, right? So in meditation, we have to drop that analytical mind, because that is the barrier. That is the barrier between our conscious mind and subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is all about habits, perceptions, our skills, judgments. Everything is under subconscious mind, deep inside. Our conscious mind is where we are normally listening in, but the subconscious mind is anything that's repeated keeps going in. And by the way, 95% of our daily life is projected through the subconscious mind. Only 5% we use consciously aware of what's happening. And then most of the time we are living off of our things that are formed inside a subconscious mind. For example, we step onto the road, without you realizing, you're automatically taking a turn to go to the right side for your office. You don't even realize it happens, right? 20 minutes later, you're in office. You don't even realize you're already there, because that subconscious mind knows so well about the whole route. It just keeps navigating. I'm sure you're surprised quite a many times. You're cooking, and then without even realizing, in 15 minutes later, the dish is done. You say, what? I finished it? You didn't even realize, but you knew so well, because it's all there as a skill and habit. So we are driven up by the subconscious mind 95% of the time. And so what we have in the subconscious is what drives our future. And the thing that stops us by going between from consciously to subconscious to reprogram or change that things that are there in there is this analytical mind. So we got to slowly drop the analytical mind and then reprogram the subconscious. I talked about this yesterday. Our thoughts and feelings create our outer reality. And if 95% we are operating our subconscious mind, where a lot of these beliefs and judgments and habits and perceptions are formed, and then if that is what is driving our outer life, feeling not happy, feeling that there is limited, feeling that I am not getting this, and feeling that I'm not getting that, or whatever that is, or feeling dissatisfied in spite of having everything in life, then a lot of that is coming from the subconscious, which we going to help to reprogram ourselves during the next 6 weeks, because meditation is fundamentally helping to lower the thought and so lower the volume of the analytical mind, and it helps us to expand our neural circuits to learn more and more new things. So let's share a few experiences. Hi, Surya, you raised your hand?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Please go ahead.
A little bit I'm distracted because of pain in my legs. That's what I like to say. But other than the feeling was very good.
Okay,
Because while sitting, the ankle got a little bit pain. So got distracted while doing meditation. Other than the experience was very good, and I think that was what I would say.
okay, wonderful. That, so, the pain must have been a pain because of what? You sit on the floor. So anything that comes in meditation goes away. But if you're, because a lot of people find numbness if you're sitting in a single posture, right? Numbness our body is not used to. It'll get used to it. It'll get adjusted for a period
Hope
of
so.
time.
Hi, sir.
Yes, Rachna.
Yes, yesterday for the morning meditation, I actually dozed off. I couldn't follow any of the instructions. But today it was a lot better than yesterday, sir. I could follow some instructions and I could concentrate. I felt a little heavy in my head, but it was nice at the end. Yeah.
Wonderful. That's great. So waking up early to do the meditation. Brilliant.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Rachna.
Yeah, thanks very much. First and foremost, very good morning to all of you. And thanks very much for the guided meditation. And my experience has been really wonderful. I tell you, many times I try to practice, but never am able to, be myself with my breath. And I was always questioning when the master was telling us, be one with the breath. I was very sure inside, their doubt kept on coming that will I be, will I be, will I be? And I don't know how it happened, but over a period of time I was able to be one with the breath, and first time I was able to do with almost like 30 to 40 minutes. It was really wonderful. Thanks very much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kishore ji.
Hi, good morning, all. So, after a long time, I am doing the meditation again, and thanks a lot because the instructions and the way it's been programmed was very well. Because I can feel that lightness and that heaviness, and again, the right time we are getting the guidance to bring back your attention to your breathing part. So, it's a great experience, and thanks for that.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sabinit. Yes, Grevals, please do.
Wish to express myself.
It's great to have you.
Namaskar, namaskar, namaskar.
Namaskar. Your video, yeah, your video is on now.
Yes, my video is on.
Perfect. Yes.
Namaskar. Sir, it's a beautiful experience, and I shared with my vehicle to reach you was Shri Karthikeyan ji. I consider him the vehicle. Now I have a question to you.
Yes.
We are doctors.
Mm-hmm.
So we have got conditioning of our mind that we work with a certain level of science, analysis of science.
Yes, sir.
But we also face a situation where somewhere we get locked. Beyond this, today the big challenge is lifestyle diseases. So in our science, there was no answer to lifestyle diseases. I tell a person, go and lose weight. And he says, doctor is crazy. What do I do? I'm doing best in my life. So here, I found the role of meditation, and the answer I found which I want to share with you, is that during the lifestyle diseases, the body becomes an inflamed body, not infected body, but an inflamed body. And the inflamed body has hormones called the parasympathetic system hormones, the adrenaline. And with a high adrenaline, the body is always in an inflamed status. And it is your procedure which is helping people to come from parasympathetic to sympathetic system.
That's right.
So my request is that for people like us who consider ourselves to be very knowledgeable and answering everything, your guidance of telling the scientifically egoistic people that, look here, there is this new science that brings you to parasympathetic to sympathetic system. And that is what, if you advocate to your people and patients, you will be telling them the benefits of meditation. So it is a scientific basis, but we did not know the procedure. I'm still learning from you. So my request is that subsequent lectures of yours, if you can raise this issue with the so-called analytical minds to bring down their level of ego, and they become themselves knowledgeable, because it was a barrier for us.
Thank you, Grewal.
So nice of you. So nice of you to give me this opportunity. And every day, and I told Karthikeyan ji, my wife has a disease called ILD, interstitial lung disease, in which the breathing, the oxygen keeps dropping. And for the last nearly month or so now, it has taken me a lot of motivation to start telling her to do this breathing meditation. And every day morning, instead of the normal kirtan, I'm putting Patriji's flute. And she is doing her breathing exercise with the flute meditation. And since yesterday, we are with you, sir. So kind of you. God bless you, sir.
That's wonderful. Actually, you brought up the point. So friends, that is Dr. Grewal, who is the president of Medical Association Delhi. Right, so all the doctors are in there, thousands of doctors. So it's wonderful to have you, sir, and then hear that this process in this 6-week program, next week, week 2 is about health. And so you brought up a very important point. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're discussing how meditation is healing our body. And then our Monday session is going to be exactly what you talked about. How we accumulate so much stress, what stress means, and how meditation combining with neuroscience and medical thing, how is it helping to reduce and eliminate the stress, and so making all the systems of the body function naturally. So it'll be great to have you on that day too, to supplement.
My pleasure, sir.
That you have.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
But yes, we are learning. As much as
we are learning.
As you are said, as much as you felt, I also felt that way. Being a computer scientist, I couldn't just like that take everything that is being said. So I needed to do my own research, and so that's how we promised, and we go through a lot of scientific research as we go along. So this week we are just going through this meditation process of it, a little bit of quantum physics to understand everything is energy, and then to experience that energy when you take our thoughts off of it. And we're going to get to the body.
Thank you.
Body next week. Very nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Friends, I wanted to just do a poll so that we understand a little bit about the composition of all of us, right? Because many of us are doing, sometimes we're doing long-term meditation, short-term meditation, just single questions. We're launching this poll. This question is asking, do you practice meditation regularly? Regularity means meditation sessions for 5 days in a week, at least. Even if you do 4 days, you take it that way, but not less, right? So I'm a first-time meditator. I used to practice meditation in the past, but I stopped. I'm meditating for less than 3 months, so you only started recently. during perhaps COVID time, meditating for less than a year, still a new meditator or recent enough, longer, and I'm meditating, but I'm not regular too. So those who are doing once or twice a week will go into that bucket. Just to understand where we are as a group, it helps us to plan, modify some of the content that we planned, or some of the meditation durations into. We need some more. I really like to, so we got about 60% voted, so some more. All right. 24% first time. Interesting. Okay, so used to practice, but past top 10%, that is 35%. And so we do have a good group of meditators who have been practicing. By the way, meditation is not prayer or not chanting, not yoga, not exercise, right? Okay, so this does show that we do have about 50% are somewhere they're practicing on a regular basis, which is great. I think we're going to have a lot of great energies in this program as we go along into the 40 days. All right, friends. So before we conclude, I want to just introduce this team facilitators. We've created 10 teams, right? So and all of you are part of one team or the other. The idea is to share. Yesterday already they posted some, I think I posted newsletter is posted. I'm also posting every day. One of the things as part of meditation that I always encourage is to read a book called Meditation is Very, Very Easy. So we're going to post this book today. It's a small PDF of 50 pages. It's a must read. If you read this, then all your questions around basics of meditation will be completely answered. It only takes about half an hour to maybe 1 hour to read, about 50 pages. How long to meditate, how much time to meditate, where to meditate, who can meditate, all of that is answered very, very well in that book. It's like really, really, anyone who's sincere and seriously want to practice, please take the book and read. Nice big font, nice pictures, you can read it. So our team facilitators will post in your group today that book PDF. It is printed by Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement. We are using it very actively. And last thing, I would like to introduce some of our team facilitators who are going to be working with you in this journey of 8 weeks. All right, so Ked, I'm trying to find here who is got, yes, Veena. Who is there? Got to add. So Veena, please go ahead, introduce yourself quickly, Veena.
Hi all, myself Veena Arvind. I've been meditating for the past 4 months and I'll be the team facilitator for Team Richard Bash.
Morning, sir. I'm Namita Singh. I have been meditating for last 4 months and I am the team facilitator for Team Jane Roberts.
Good morning, all my dear friends, masters. So myself, Ravindra, I'm meditating since last 10 years. I'm the team facilitator for Deepak Chopra team. Thank you.
Good morning, friends. My name is Rakesh. I have been meditating for the past 4 months, and I am the facilitator for Team Newton.
Happy morning, friends. I'm Lakshmi. I've been meditating since 6 months, and I represent Swami Rama's team.
Good morning, friends. So I work as a software engineer by profession and been meditating for the last 8 years now. So I'm facilitating this group of called Joe Dispenza.
Good morning, friends. My name is Jagan. I'm a team facilitator to the group of Bruce Lipton.
All right, friends. So thank you so much for joining. And before we conclude today, if we have, yes, one announcement that I wanted to do is that we sent a questionnaire, self-assessment questionnaire we talked about. And if you can fill that questionnaire, which is very, very simple, right? You know, the short set of things so that at the end of 3 weeks, again, we're going to assess. So please do fill that questionnaire. It takes about 5 minutes. And then we're going to talk about some of the research that we are going to do tomorrow as part of this program. So particularly some of the new meditators could help in doing this, but we'll talk about this tomorrow by Dr. Ansisa. And so we'll take it from there. So thank you so much for joining. And we'll meet back again tomorrow, as always, in another 2 minutes. We will exchange anybody wanting to share your experience, or you have a question, so we can certainly interact in about 2 minutes. Thank you. Have a great day.
I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you, and so it is. I see the child in you. I see the sweetness in you. I see the softness in you, and so it is. I can see it. It's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the goodness in you. I see the wisdom in you. I see the strength in you, and so it is. I see the joy that's in you. I see your light shining through. I see the love that's in you, and so it is. I can see it. It's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the grace that's in you. I see the courage in you. And I see the heart that's in.
Okay, thus. Yes. And since you were supposed to say something? Veena, if you have anybody raised hands.
Yes, sir. Justice Rajendran, sir.
Yes, before that, we'll just ask NC sir. So tomorrow I'm going to ask you to speak on the bit of research towards the end of tomorrow's session.
It's a very nice program. I'm already associating with Maharshi Vedic University and implementing the meditation program in universities and colleges. And I'm a scientist also. I have 10 crores project from TBT and another national project from ICMR. And I'm very much interested in associating with the research on meditation. Already we did some research work on meditation with the association of Narayana Medical College in Nellore and also with the Maharshi Vedic University. With that results and with that progress, I have been received honorary doctorate degree from Maharshi Vedic Research Institute of Switzerland. So today I have participated in this program. I'm very much impressed, and I would like to associate with you with the research activities from tomorrow onwards. That's my request. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your interest.
Funny thing is, I request that regarding the WhatsApp group, we have not got the details, so that we. And second one is regarding the book, if we could send it by email or anything, we could read it and come back tomorrow. It's only request.
Yes, sir. So have you probably haven't registered, no? In the
No, I have registered. Only after registering, I joined.
Oh.
I got the email confirmation. Only after the email confirmation, I've joined this.
So there would have been, you would be part of what group, sir? Is the phone number correct? Then you should be part of a group. Trusting that you're
So, subject.
they'll find and reach out to you. If you're registered, we'll have the information. They'll
Yeah,
reach
yeah.
out.
I have
Okay.
registered very well, and I did receive the email confirmation. Only then I joined. But of course, WhatsApp, I have not received the details.
Okay, so later they've sent mails to everybody, and then they might have gone to the junk folder or something. But anyway,
Okay.
in your case, now that you raised, so Koti will get in touch with you and then get this resolved. Okay.
Very kind. Thank you very much.
Very good morning, sir. This is Mrs. Rajesh. We both are attending this program since yesterday. We have registered. We got the mail, and through that link only we joined. But we have not got the WhatsApp number, sir.
When did you reach, madam? Yesterday?
Day before evening we registered, and we joined from yesterday. Both of us have done individual registrations. Both of us have got the mails, but we have not got the WhatsApp IDs.
Oh, okay. I think we can you publish this contacts link, folks? Contact us. So I think if you have either, you'll have to. You can do in one-on-one here. You see Buddha CEO Koti, so they'll go and look at it. But then those who have a challenge, you can, anyone who's got the Buddha CEO there on top as a co-host, you can do a private chat and then put your message, either email ID or phone number, so they'll get in touch with you and close this. All right.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, can one of you put that contact as a link so people can fill up that form, so we'll get that way too. Yeah, we got to.
And we will receive the PDF, no, sir, for reading the book also.
You will receive the PDF, and yeah. So there is an email, there is a phone number that is dropped there. So please note that phone number, then call them, so that way we know your numbers to put you back into the groups. All right. So thank you, friends. It's great to have you. So less interaction today. Nobody's asking any technical questions about meditation. So we're all very clear, are learning about it. It's good. I think a lot of times when we just start practicing slowly, everything will get resolved. That's also there.
Yeah. Because the way we know, like you have been telling, and it's all about, like, that feeling at the moment creates your future moment. So, but when we are actually, in pain or something, how do we feel? How do we feel actually about happiness?
Yeah. So first, when you meditate, meditation increases the tolerance to pain.
Okay.
Right. So without meditation, a lot of these things cannot be possible, because you're right. You got to first heal the body before you can actually start feeling something different. Right. So if you're talking about physical pain, for sure. Right. If you're talking of even mental agony and pain, the same thing. So it is difficult without meditation to bring up. Right. So that's why we meditate. Everything adds up. So those who have physical challenges, you can't then slowly meditate, and it is going to help control the pain. And then you start expressing yourself, right? You can bring up.
Okay.
Is
not
that
only about pain, and pain was just one this thing. How do we change a situation? For example, if I'm facing a particular situation in life, like, I don't want a particular result, and I am expecting a different result. What happens is we continuously think about the result we don't want.
Yeah.
And which is what we attract then.
That's why we're doing meditation, madam. The meditation is all about reducing all the things that we don't want, and then we put our attention on it. So this practice regularly meditate, and it is going to bring that volume of all that negative thought down. Right. Now the heart elevation in the beginning, where I asked for, no matter what the pain is, we know that when we go into a temple, if you're somebody is still going to the temples, then you are, perhaps you know that suddenly you switch off, right? You're going into a positive mode of thinking something. Same way, I'm sure each of us have some dreamy moment or some moment in the life or the past where you actually felt great. So just recollecting that event can fill up your heart with some emotion. That's all, right? But otherwise, if that is getting tougher, then just continue to meditate regularly, and then the meditation will reduce the volume of all that unwanted thought. That's why we're doing this meditation. to put our attention back on what is really important, not on what is not important. And
Okay.
it happens. You just have to sit and then close your eyes and practice regularly, and then you will be amazed that you will slowly seeing you bring yourself into the present moment. You will be in the present moment. You stop worrying about what something may happen. You know that you and I know that what's going to happen. You can't really stop if it is going to happen from somebody. That's how we understand it. But quantum model is saying first we stop worrying about what is going to happen, and then second we start dreaming about what we want it to happen. Because
Okay.
quantum model is saying everything is a wave of possibility that is waiting to happen in this energy field. It is not based on what the person next to me is doing to me. Today, it may be, but then if we continue to dream about a future that we want, then automatically the situations in life will change. That either you will change, the other person will change, the other person will go away, or the environment will change. That's really how it works. And so you will create a future that we want because it's based on what is there out there. You put an attention onto it and bring it into your reality. It's just like having a focus in a business. If we start a business, we put a focus on it, we make it successful, right? If we don't put focus, then it only grows so much. So what we want, we have to keep putting attention on it, even though we have adversities in life, and meditation supports us a great deal in it. How? Adversities, it makes us forget. It brings us to the present moment. It will not let us go back into these adversities again and again. And so then it helps us to it helps us to increase our learning ability so that you take on the new knowledge and then start putting your attention on the new things that you want. Both of it is going to do by regular practice of meditation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir, yesterday night I traveled in flight. I reached home at from Coimbatore to Hyderabad late night at 12 o'clock. I not slept properly, but today when I meditated, I slept and lie down in the bed and meditate. Is it okay? Fine. Means I'm not able to get concentrate more.
Restriction per se in the posture for meditation, but if you lie down, then oftentimes we are going into night sleep.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we go into night sleep by lying down. If a lot of times when we are tired, an hour of meditation equal to multiple hours of sleep. So a lot of times when I'm tired, and then many of people when they meditate, then their sleep requirements become less and less. So there is also a great way of recharging yourselves faster by meditating than to sleep. But it's okay. The answer to the question is if you lie down and meditate, it's fine, no problem. Usually we go to sleep. Like that. That's why we sit down and meditate as much as possible. But there's no harm in lying down and meditate. Okay. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll meet back tomorrow. Have a great day.